35. We are going to hit page 175. I mean, what an amazing journey. I'm just so incredibly proud of you. And today I'm going to ask a lot of you. This is another major action sequence today. Today, the hero and villain are going to seem on fairly even footing. Maybe the villain still has an edge, but the hero, this is when like Sigourney gets the armor, right? She goes and does that. It is when Sarah Connor figures out the machinery and kind of starts to see the idea of what she's going to do about the Terminator. But it is fairly evenly matched today, and it is usually mono a mono. There may be some proxy villains in the mix, and maybe there's some skirmishes around the hero, but the focus is really on the hero. If you've been going hero, sidekick, hero, magician, hero, love interest, you're probably going hero, very short, going somewhere else, and then coming right back. If you're working in third person multiple, of course. If you're in third person single or first person, then you're stuck with just your hero and you have to make do. There needs to be a lot going on. Explosions, if it's a physical, clang of the metal. I can't even tell you how exciting these pages need to be. You should know. If you don't know, then go watch some movies, go read some books, go look at some climaxes so that you really understand how big and amazing these moments should be. If your instinct is to pull up short, please don't. Go there. I would rather you shoot the moon and miss than, just kind of have something pretty boring on the page. Also, don't overthink these pages. Please don't overthink these pages. Do not have explanation. We do not reflect. Even in an emotional book, we do not sit around and contemplate our navel. We really are experiencing life. Remember, the hero is awake. There's no more time to kibitz and kind of think and talk and ponder. These are not ponder pages. These are major action pages. The other concept I wanted to talk to you about is how much your hero has changed. He should be tangibly a different person. He or she should be a different person. And how you test if you have done that is you imagine a question at the beginning of the novel. Are you a hero? Many times. Are you a hero? Would you sacrifice yourself for others' well-being? Do you believe that you are the hero of lore that's going to save the world? And ask that to Neo. No. I mean, he physically says it. He's told this and he physically says, no, that is not true. Now imagine asking him after he comes back from the dead, are you the hero of lore? Yes, I am. Yeah. And answers it quite simply. There's no more debating or struggle or anything. There's just, yeah, yep, I'm a hero. Are you going to sacrifice yourself for the greater good? Of course I am. Do you think that you can win and bring your people out of slavery? Yep. Yes, I do. Matter of fact, I'm going to go do it right now. That kind of tangible. The bigger the difference in that answer of the question from beginning to end is the higher and better your arc. So a question, would you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the beginning? No. And then eats peanut butter and jelly sandwich at the end. Not a great arc, right? That question is not very important. It isn't very lofty. The question that you should ask your hero should be pretty lofty and raise it really up. That is how you tell if you have got a good character arc or not. So if you're sitting here and your hero would answer that question the same in the beginning as the end, and even heroic characters, many times, would you sacrifice your love interest? Would you sacrifice your child? Would you sacrifice, even somebody that is willing to take a bullet, like a Secret Service agent, still has to answer a question that is different than it was before. If you don't, then he's kind of flat and doesn't really have a character arc and you haven't done your job. And so we just aren't going to feel as good about the hero if he doesn't have a nice, big, swooping arc. That's what we want. Now, in emotional stories, this is usually fairly easy because there's a emotional track and usually the hero feels bad about himself and then feels good about himself. So in an emotional story, the emotional character arc is usually fairly fulfilled. It's usually in a physical genre that people fall down about this. They don't change their hero enough. They don't put the hero enough of an emotional journey to make it feel deep. This is when they talk about, cardboard characters and a flat storyline and maybe anticlimactic, maybe not because of the action, but because the hero really doesn't change and we don't see him. This is really a chrysalis moment. We really want to see the hero break out of his cocoon and become a really interesting, dynamic new person that is ready to take on the world and the villain for us. Because remember, the reader is reading vicariously. They want that feeling of transformation. So if you don't have that feeling of transformation, they're not going to have it. And they would like a kind of routine person they can relate to become the hero of lore and become just completely kick-ass, because that's what they want in their lives and they're not getting it, and that's why they're reading us. We are to entertain them and to fulfill their expectations of their genre and expectations of their character arc. I will see you tomorrow. We are almost done, people. How exciting!